We got the Publix sandwich, tuna. Listen, if you ain't never had no Publix sandwich, you have not lived. Please stay away from Subway and their dinosaur meat. She was just reading everybody to filth. Like, she was like, no one is exempt. Lee is coming for patriarchy's neck. Like, she is not letting up foot to the gas. This camera, for the price, this camera really be trying me, and my heart just breaks for black women, because it's like, we have to deal with sexism and racism. Like, you need to address shit that you have going on. The call is coming from inside. This is such a weird way to start a vlog, but I need to start this before I forget, okay? But hello booktubing world, it is I, Capri Nicole, and I am back with another video. So hopefully this video will be longer. My other videos for the past couple of weeks have been shorter just because of the content that I made, but this is going to be a vlog, which I'm really excited about. Not too much of my lashes though, because it's towards the end of the day, so I don't know what my lashes doing. They probably crip walking right now, but we just gonna have to go with it. So today we're gonna be starting a bell hooks vlog. Not too much on me, but I have not read any of Bell Hooks' works. I know, shame me, shame to the devil. She is a legendary author. She's a legendary black feminist. She's like up there with Toni Morrison. Like, I need to keep up. It's sad. It's really sad, but we're gonna fix that today together. Bell Hooks is hard to get a hold of, child. Like, I was fighting for my life with these library holds. I was able to get one of her works from the library. I'm gonna check again and see audiobook apps if I can get a hold of another one, but right now we only got one, and I bought the physical one because I've seen this talked about a lot, so I knew I needed a physical copy of this legendary book. So we have this book and we have the audiobook. Which audiobook did I have? The only audiobook I was able to get a hold of is Feminism is for Everyone, and it's only 4 hours long, so I'm excited to pick that one up. I will be starting it tomorrow, and this book I'll probably be starting tomorrow as well. I've really been trying to finish up the books that I'm like in the middle of reading. Last year I feel like I had a really good balance with like books I wanted to read, books I was reading for content, and so on and so forth. But right now I'm struggling a little bit, kind of flailing. I'm not gonna lie, because between working out, editing, and posting 2 videos a week for Melanin Book Magic, I'm struggling a little bit. And on top of that, this is supposed to be my year of reading thick books, so I'm in the middle of reading one. I'm also pre-filming for March, so that after this hectic month I can actually take a month off, because I'll have the videos pre-filmed and already up for you guys. So it's just been kind of hectic, but I am closing out a few of the books that I was in the middle of reading. I finished one. I'm over halfway done with the other 2, and so I'm hoping to have a clean slate soon, so I won't be carrying on books into the next month, because I like to start a book and finish it within the same month. I don't like carrying stuff over. It just gets too chaotic. But anyway, child, for this vlog we're gonna be reading those 2 books, which I'm really excited about. I don't even really know what this is about, but I guess it kind of like dissects what love is. But someone said like, I'm reading this book but it just keeps reading me, so I guess this is also like a little bit of a call out, so I'm excited for that. I love to get ate up in a book. Like, just teach me something, okay? So I'll add in the stuff that I got for Valentine's Day from my man too. I'll add in this is a little bit of a Valentine's Day vlog. You know, we're gonna get our nails done, we're gonna open the gifts from my man, and we're gonna read some bell hooks. I also got this little, what is it called? Paint the Numbers, they're calling it now. This camera, for the price, this camera really be trying me, but I'm gonna put up a picture so y'all can see. But I got a Paint the Numbers canvas so that we can do a little bit of painting. I grew up doing these. Like, my mom will always get the hard plastic ones, so like she would get it, like I never see them anymore, but they were like hard plastic paint the number things, and you would like paint it and then it would dry, and then you would like put it up. It kind of looked like a cathedral like window art. I don't know how to explain it, but it looked like the cathedral window, but it was like a little hard plastic thing. We also had them in our coloring book, so like I grew up on this, and it's nice to see it kind of make its entrance again. So I ordered this, and we got the paint, we got the little paint brushes. Okay, and then this is the canvas. Oh, this is gonna take a long time. What do I look like? What do I look like? This is gonna have to be like 4 hours of painting. This is so tiny. Y'all cannot even see this. Oh my god. I don't know who they think I am. This is gonna take some days now. This is gonna take a few hours. Can y'all see that? I don't even know what I should even start with. This shit. Damn. Can y'all see that? Look at that. Them little ass numbers. Boy. We gonna hope for the best, y'all. I am not no artist, so I'm excited to do that. I didn't realize it was gonna be that small. But we gonna have to spread it out for a few days and do a little bit at a time. Hopefully it'll dry as we go. But I'm excited to spend some time with y'all because these videos have been so short, child. Your girl is fighting for her life, trying to balance everything. But I got the little reference thing. It look cute on here, but I don't know how mine's gonna come out. We gonna see. We gonna see together, child. But yeah, that's it. I just want to start this vlog, so I will see y'all in the next clip. Y'all, look at Pebbz. Hello. She is like fully basking. Oh, I'm not used to her being this high, but I guess she gonna act right. She got up here no problem. Yeah, her little shell definitely needs some TLC. But she would be trying to escape every time I put her in the other one. I guess she wants to be the one to decide if she gets in the basking area, but looking pretty good. Just got to get her a backdrop, some more rocks. What else does she need? I want to get her a new heater, and I want to get her like a temperature gauge that I can like digitally just glance at. I want to know. I need to get something that's on the outside so that she doesn't eat the little thermometer thing. But looking good, girl. What's up, y'all? Alright, I know I look a little crazy. Hair is doing something. But my boyfriend has already started accruing all of the Valentine's Day gifts. And one of them got here today. What is today? The 7th. So it's super early. And he's like insisting that I open it now. So I guess I have to open it early. But he wanted me to film it. So I'm just going to put it in this vlog. I guess I'll make a TikTok too. I don't know where he want me to film this at, but I will film it so that he can see my reaction. Hopefully I don't cry, child, because y'all know I'm a crybaby. But this is the box. It's super tiny, super cute. It looks like a candle on the side. It says like, this box does not come frozen. If waiting a few days to open, this box can be frozen for best results. So that's why he was telling me to open it, because I guess it's something edible in it. I don't know. It looks like a candle on the little tape thing. Okay, here's the box. It says send a cake, so I'm guessing there's like a little cake in here or something. There's no note. My boyfriend always sends notes with stuff that he sends me, but I don't know, child. Alright. Oh, the butterflies! Oh, child. Are they supposed to fly? They're trying to fly. Oh, this is beautiful. Y'all, this is so... So the note says, my dear sweetheart, I am so lucky that we get to continue this journey together. No matter where it takes us, we'll always have each other. You are my rock and my inspiration. And with you by my side, the world is ours. I love you, my queen. Oh, Lord, I'ma cry. You know I'ma cry now. I'ma cry, baby. This is so beautiful. Let me grab y'all so y'all can see. We can look at it together. Look at, oh, that's so cool. Oh, look at the flowers. Oh, there's our pictures on here. This is amazing. Oh, it's a little cake in the middle. Oh, look at us. Look at us. Oh my God, this is so cute. Oh my God, look at us. Oh my God, I'm going to sob. Look at, oh my God, that's so cool. It's not even Valentine's Day yet, but I'm so happy. The butterflies were like, the butterflies were flying. That's so cool. So cool. I love this. Thank you, baby. So it's filmed, so there. I need to find a good spot to film when I'm in my car, because I don't be wanting to hold this camera. Maybe I'll put it here. Okay, what's up, y'all? I'm about to get my nails done. Thank the Lord. It's been, I took my nails off like 3 days ago, so it hasn't been that long since I haven't gotten my nails done, but I'm getting a Valentine's Day set. So comment below what character you think I'm getting, or what color, or whatever, like what y'all think I'm gonna get. Really excited. I love Valentine's Day, so I'm super excited to get this set. I'm super excited to get my nails done, and of course I'm gonna bring y'all with me. I'm also waiting because my appointment's not for like another hour and a half, but yeah, I'll take you guys with me when I get my nails done. So I will see you in the next clip. Bye. Okay, y'all, so I might be a little bit ashy, but it's okay. I just want y'all to see the Valentine nails, like Jessica Rabbit, very original, you know what I'm saying? And look at how my nail tech showed out. Like, I'm sorry, she really is a good artist. And then this hand, I like this hand a lot. It's just so beautiful. Look at that. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, okay? Thank you. This album is so good. If you need a good R&B album, I share this on my Instagram, which if you don't follow me, by the way, you should follow your girl Instagram, Capri'sBookIsland. Thank you. But if you're looking for a good R&B artist that gives like Trey Songz feels but isn't like a sexual assaulter of women, I would recommend Jay Howell's album. I haven't done research on him, so I don't know if he got any cases out on him. These damn artists, just every other day they got some shit going on. But his album is really good. That's all I have to say. Please, just, I hope he doesn't have any weird R. Kelly, T.I., Trey Songz going on. It's a good album, so check it out. Anyway, I'm here with great news. I know I look a little I don't know what I look like right now because I just got out the shower, but it's okay. I got a date with my man in like 20 minutes. We about to watch Death Parade. So we're about to watch Death Parade. Really trying to step in my psychological anime bag. I was watching Seven Deadly Sins, and it had this little weird anime quirks, like, you know, certain shit that be going on in anime, I just be like, what? I try to let it just slide, because the plot was good, it was funny, the little pig was funny or whatever, but I had to stop. Like, after season 2 was really just 4 filler episodes, but I just can't do it. Like, we have the trope that keeps happening where they pair characters together that are like 1,000,000 years old, but they look like they stop aging at like 12, or they stop aging at like 9 or whatever. It's just weird. Like, it's just weird. There's like 3 different pairings that are just so weird to me, and I'm just like, what is going on? Like, it just makes me uncomfortable, so I just simply cannot watch it. I just need the anime writers or whatever to truly get out of the shackles of aging down their characters. It's giving pedophile, it's giving weirdos. Like, even fantasy authors too. Stop making these damn characters 16, 17, whatever, and putting them with like 200-year-old people. That is just weird. It is so fucking weird. Like, I don't give a damn how old they are. If they look 12, they are 12. That shit is weird. Like, you cannot justify that in any way, sense, or form. So, Seven Deadly Sins, over with. Moving on. I have a whole list of animes I want to watch, but I'm trying to just find underrated animes, like just animes that people don't talk about, because I feel like the ones that are more popular I don't really like. The ones that are more popular I haven't really enjoyed, except for Hunter x Hunter and Attack on Titans. Attack on Titans is literally #1 out of all of the animes that I've watched. As I was listening to Feminism is for Everybody by Bell Hooks, the audiobook, my other 2 holds for her audiobooks are released. I was just about to just like give up my holds, but as soon as I was about to give them up, they got released today. So now we went from 2 books on our TBR to 4. So we have 3 audiobooks, and then I also have the physical book, which I will be picking up. But the other 2 holds that I have for her are The Will to Change, Men, Masculinity, and Love. So I'm guessing she's gonna read the men. And I, a Woman, Black Women, and Feminism, which I'm excited for. So now we have 4 Bell Hooks books, which I'm happy about. And I finished Feminism is for Everybody today, and I have so many notes. Like, that, it was good, but it was something that I listened to it on like 1.25 speed, because I really needed to just digest what was going on. Same thing with like Hood Feminism. When I listened to it, I really needed to go slow. So let's see what I put in my notes, chill. But basically, in this book, she was just reading everybody to filth. Like, she was like, no one is exempt. Like, she talked a lot about feminism. She talked about the history that she experienced since she's been a feminist. Like, all of the different phases, and just the drama was just insane. Like, the different phases that feminism has gone through is so much more complex than just mainstream feminism. She broke it down to like all the different things that went on. Like, there were a lot of women that were feminists, but they were still sexist, and they weren't addressing that they were a part of the issues within patriarchy. And then religion was added in, and they had a different like, they started like slowly but surely, the community had these moments of like breaking up, and they would just come up with like a different subgenre of feminism. Like, okay, well, you're a feminist but you're not a lesbian. Okay, this is what category you would be in. You're a feminist but you're into religion. This is what category you were in. Like, you're a feminist but you're black. This is what category you would have been in. You're a feminist but you're entitled and you are very privileged. This is what category you're in. So she really just broke it down. It was really interesting to hear, because I didn't know about any of the drama and the theatrics that was going on with feminism. So it was just cool to read and hear a bite-sized version of like a large span of years and all of the shit that went down. So yeah, she was reading everybody to filth. Like, you need to address shit that you have going on. The call is coming from inside the house. She also said feminism isn't anti-male, it's anti-sexism, which I liked. She also went to Stanford, which like, I was just really enjoying the book. So she went to Stanford, and originally she was going to an all-girls college where she felt very celebrated and like really heard, and her teachers wanted to see her succeed further because they knew she would be like a future author, a future leader. So they asked her to go for Stanford. And when she got there, it was a whole bunch of guys that were there, and just the structure of the school system was very pro man and kind of like shushing the women, and anytime the women did talk, they were very quiet and meek and scared to say anything because of being invalidated or just being told that whatever they're saying doesn't make any sense, or they don't want to be heard. So as soon as she got, it slowly started like a movement of like college women that were starting an uproar of feminism because they wanted to be heard more. They're going to school for academics, they're going to school just like anybody else, so they want to be heard. So she was a part of that whole thing. She wrote book Ain't I a Woman when she was 19. Like, I don't know if that's when she like officially published it, but that's when she originally wrote it, when she was in Stanford. At one point, white mainstream elite feminists were complaining about being housewives and how they wanted to be liberated by going to work, but people of color, women and lesbians that weren't people of color as well, were already working. Like they were already in the workforce, they were already working, and they did not feel liberated. They were getting paid less than everyone else, just like we still are in 2023. Just like that division, and that, you know what I'm saying, like they were housewives and they were bored and they were in the house and they just felt like they didn't have the freedom to have their own money and stuff like that. So they wanted to be in the working class, but it kind of, the women that were already in the working class did not see eye to eye with that. So, you know, that created a divide, and she talked on that, which I really enjoyed. So she was saying that like a lot of women were really big on like sisterhood and staying together, but then like slowly through the years they would start peeling back. Like they would just like get into marriages, or they would get one thing that they wanted after the uproar of feminism, and then they kind of would just like slowly back. You know what I'm saying? Like they would just like say fuck that, like and white lesbians started giving, well, not giving, but they started using their platform. So they started, I don't know how to explain it, but they kind of worked together with like black women and women of color to show these white women that they were already working and they were getting paid less and they did not feel liberated. So like it was cool to just see like the different team ups and the different issues that were had like throughout the years. Then she talked about contemporary feminism, which was another little phase where it was basically like women that were high in academics that were just like only focused on what they wanted and only spoke and took a stand on feminism in their specific area. But during that time, all women were not free. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't the same for everyone. So all women didn't go to school, all women weren't literate. So it's like they kind of made that little line where they started, you know, contemporary feminism was seen as like an elitist group where they only were talking about feminists that were academically successful. Let's say that. She also talked on the wave of abortions and the wave of women not wearing bras and not wearing girdles and not covering up and doing whatever the hell they want. Sexual liberation as well. She also talked about the importance of everyone being included in feminism, men as well, because you can't really fix the issues with feminism without addressing the patriarchy and the idea of men being better than and stronger than and more powerful than women. So it's important to have men that are feminists as well. Like literally in her title, everyone should be a feminist. Like that was the entire point of the book. She also talked on medical waves through feminism, where like a lot of medical practitioners were stopping abortions, or they were pushing for older women to get hysterectomies, and because women didn't want that, they kept trying to push it, and they just backed out, and they opened their own medical, like their own medical building, and they worked together like that. So it's like the community had to address the issues that the women weren't going for, because if you didn't fix what they were asking you to fix, they would literally just build their own shit, which I thought was really cool. So like, you can't force women to have children, you can't force women not to get abortions, you can't force women to have hysterectomies and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? You need to provide health care for women that aren't making enough money. And you know, like, she really just touched on everything. She also touched on the wave of welfare and how that was being challenged. It just was like so well rounded, and the book wasn't even that long. Like, it really wasn't even that long, but she covered a lot. It really got the wheels turning. So I really enjoyed it. I'm excited to see what the other books will be about. This marks my first Bell Hooks book, and it went really well. So I'm excited to start the other books tomorrow and get cracking on the physical book this weekend. But I just wanted to update you guys, so I will see you in the next clip. Bye. So here is the setup. We have All About Love, Bell Hooks, okay, we got the Pebbz sandwich, tuna. Listen, if you ain't never had no Pebbz sandwich, you have not lived. Please stay away from Subway and their dinosaur meat. You need to get something that's fresh and true to the tummy, okay? And then I got this new mug. I don't know if I showed y'all yet, but it says buy me books and call me a good girl, period. Got my tea, because you know I'm a tea girl. Well, this is my favorite tea, which is ginger and turmeric. Got that. So I'm just gonna chill. I've also found this new anime that I like that's called A Restaurant in Another World that I'm really enjoying. It's very low stakes, just vibes, with a traveling restaurant that goes to different worlds and they serve different species and different people, and it's really cool. I'm really enjoying it. So I've been watching it like when I eat or when I'm just like chilling. Very low stakes anime, but just wanted to show y'all what we got going on over here. What's up, y'all? Hopefully this, oh child, I'm too high now. There we go, it should be better. Let's chat. The book that I finished was The Will to Change: Men, Masculinity, and Love. This book, it was quite different from the, it wasn't really that different from the feminist book, but it really was interesting because she started off the book saying that she was really curious about men and wanted to know more about them, but she also was afraid of them. And given her upbringing and just the structure of her household and her relationship with her father, and he kind of was like the one that was in charge in their household, and their mother was more subservient. So like, her relationship with men was very odd. The thing that I like about Bell Hooks is that she calls out everyone, including herself. She talks about herself and her relationships, her mother and her father, other feminists, other black women, other writers. Like, she has a ton of references. Like, she's not just picking one subject and just focusing on that. She's pulling from a whole bunch of different places and dissecting it. She said that she looked to other feminists and they basically wrote men off. Like, during the wave of feminism, a lot of men would just say, oh, if you're a feminist, you hate men. That wasn't the case for most women, but as time went on, they slowly just started saying, like, fuck men. Like, honestly, you really can't blame them, just because of, like, even in today's day and age, the things that men do and the things that men say, you kind of get to the point where you just like give up. And a lot of feminists at that point had given up, and they stopped trying to include men, because feminism is not only for women, it's for everyone, which is the first book that I read by her, but it's for everyone. So they were trying to include them into the conversations, but you get to the point where you just get frustrated and you're just like over it. And there were plenty of feminists that she's talked about that kind of just like wrote men off, and we're just like, I'm not gonna waste my breath, I'm not gonna stress myself out trying to get through to them. Like, simply, I don't care. Like, they simply were like, I don't care. And she also talked about how, like, there was a certain phase in feminism where you would say, like, a male identified feminist was someone who related and tried to learn and understand men but was still a feminist, and then a female identified feminist was someone who was just for women 100% and didn't give a shit about men, didn't care about men, whatever. But Bell Hooks was saying that, you know, I still love and care for men, I want to know more about them. So this entire book is just deep diving into men, the structure of like how they grow up and become who they are. And it was such an amazing book, and it was deep diving. Like, Bell Hooks really is coming for patriarchy's neck. Like, she is not letting up foot to the gas. Like, she is coming for next. Like, white supremacy is not safe and patriarchy is not safe in any bell hooks books. Like, she is not playing any games, and I simply loved it because she just put into words a lot of things that people were wondering about. A lot of men grow up closed off or don't know how to express emotions because they're not given examples of people grieving or seeing how people are seeing men be sad. Like, it kind of is just like pushed, and no matter what culture you're in, that men are supposed to be strong, but at the end of the day they're still human and they still need to learn how to express emotion and go through the emotion. Just being closed off and just pretending the shit isn't happening just leads to anger. So being bottled up, like, imagine being just bottled up forever and not crying, not showing weakness, whatever, because that's what someone told you you have to do. So she really also dived into a lot of movies that were showing men that were very closed off, that followed patriarchy, that were providers and there for their family or not there for their family, and they got to the point where they kind of looked at their life and kind of was like, none of this shit is important. Like, all this working, providing, all this, like, obviously I have to provide for my family, but like, I'm not connected to my family. I don't know my family. I don't know people. I don't know myself. And there were a few movies that gave the main character their opportunity to get to know himself, to express emotions, to get to know his family outside of working. And it was always when they were about to die or they would be killed before they were able to learn and grow from that. So like, seeing that on screen and never seeing like someone go through that journey and be successful and seeing how they grow and change is also damaging to men. One of my favorite quotes in here was when she said, "When it comes to boys, neglect is more common than abuse. More boys are emotionally abandoned, which later leads to rage," and people saying that boys will be boys. Which is interesting because she also talked about how when boys cry, they always say like, oh, leave him alone, especially in the black culture, child. They say like, oh, leave him alone, because like, if you nurture him or help him, if he's crying, he's gonna be soft. And it's like, what do you mean by that? Like, what does that even mean? That it's a child and the child is crying. Even if it's like a baby, they will literally let the child cry. Or like a toddler, if something's wrong, they kind of like immediately neglect them, like if it's a boy, because they feel like they need to be harder. And it's like, why is that? Like, so you're just like building the issue from the ground up. Her saying like, oh, boys will be boys. And Shannon Maguire, which is another reason why I love this author, but she touched on that in her Wayward Children series, because a lot of the characters that we follow are young girls. And she says like, a lot of times when boys go missing or when boys are loud or rowdy or whatever, people always write it off as like, boys will be boys, and they don't look for them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I love a full circle moment, because Shannon Maguire definitely touched on that. Them being neglected later leads to rage, and the patriarchy both creates the rage in boys and then contains it for later use to exploit as boys becoming men and putting them into war. So it's like, this is a whole system where you're pushing men to be angry, let it bottle all the way up, and then you give them all these pictures and all these movies and all this shit of like people going to war and like celebrating being in war. And like, even though no matter what country you're in, the success of war, it never holds through. Like, it's never something that's successful. It just continues. Like, you don't even really fix the problem, you just cause more problems, and you use that anger to exploit them later to be like soldiers, to be like, it's crazy. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed her talking about men having dark days, and just, it just was a phenomenal book. I really think it's gonna, I'm gonna give it a 4.5. I'm gonna put it 5 stars on Goodreads, but it's a 4.5 because my only thing was, after reading all that, I was just like, 1, I need a physical copy. 2, what now? Like and she kind of just like, I know that her goal wasn't, I don't know if her goal was to give you a plan of what to do next, but like to deep dive into the mentality of men, masculinity, like everything that they go through, and then you just get to the end of the book and you're just like, so what do we do? Like what, how do we fix the problem? But it's like, I guess calling all of those things out will help you identify stopping yourself, because she definitely called out a lot of women contributing to patriarchy. Like, no one is safe with bell hooks. Like, no one is safe with bell hooks. Everyone is getting called out, and I really appreciated that, because there's a lot of things in there I identify with as well, and really was interesting to read. And I also started Ain't I a Woman last night, and child, that the first, I want to say the first like 30 minutes of the book, I was like, this is 5 stars. Like, she was just coming for next. Like, it just was like, she talked a lot about growing up as a black feminist and how she tried to get more people to join the movement, but you know how black people do. The black women were always just like, oh, that's white women shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a white girl shit. I'm not, like, they were too focused on backing black men that were focused on racism, basically backing them, celebrating them, taking care of them, taking care of the house, and focusing on race. But the thing is, you're black and you're a woman, so you can't just only focus on race. You have to focus on both, you know what I'm saying? Like, to only back black men that were like in leadership positions and showcasing and rioting and starting movements for race, but you also were dealing with sexism and deciding to not to focus on that and backing these men only for them to get, only for racism and segregation to change, and then them wanting you to just go into a subservient role and cater to them and have a whole bunch of babies and be up in their house and like not back you and your movement. Like, if it was give and take, it would make sense. So like, for you to back black men in the movement of racism and then them turn around and just expect you to fall into line of patriarchy and contributing to what they want, their family, their household, whatever, but not backing you with sexism, it was just this book, it was just the first 30 minutes, I was just like, wow. Like, she really just, she don't even take a breath. As soon as the book started, it just was like straight for next, like straight for next. Everyone was in danger, and I love it because it was just like, wow. She was calling them out, and it was really crazy because it was true, because so many men that were Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, like any like all the Black Panthers, like all of them that were rioting and fighting hard for racism as they should, were not backing black women when it came to sexism, like at all. It kind of just was like, help us with this, and then you kind of were just like left to the side, or like expected to just like take care of the household and make sure they're good. But it's like, we had our own issues and they were not backing us. Even now, black women are least supported by black men. Like, the issue continues generationally. It's just bonkers. But I'm reading that, I'm halfway done with it, and then we started diving into slavery, child. Y'all know how I am with the slavery thing. I really try to steer away from it because it is so traumatizing to read about. Like, my mom was huge on educating us historically. I've already watched all the movies, the documentaries, read all the books. Just reliving that and knowing that our history is from that is so crazy to me. Like, every time I hear about it and like black women are talked about like animals and black men are talking about like animals, it just drives me crazy, and my heart just breaks for black women, because it's like, we have to deal with sexism and racism, and then on top of that, like, they were backing black men so much, but black men still fail to back us in so many situations. And it's just like, it is sad. But like, right now, after like the first 30 minutes of Ain't I a Woman, it's kind of just like a huge deep dive into like slavery. So I've been listening to just backflashes of slavery for like 3 hours, and it's just like, my brain is just, I need to like do something happy after this. I cried a lot listening to this book, because like 3 hours of just someone historically deep diving into the structure of slavery and the experience of a black woman, as well as black men, but it was focusing on black women because, I mean, she's a black feminist and it's her book. So focusing on that, but just listening to that for 3 hours, because I'm on like hour 5 and we're still talking about slavery. Like, it's so important, but it's certain things that she dove into that really is just blowing my mind. Like, the beginnings of how black women are so sexualized, it's just crazy. Like, just hearing the history and where it all came from is just shaking me to my core. It's just like really hard to talk about too, because I don't want to cry on camera. But yeah, I don't want to cry on camera. But it just was like crazy to just hear all of it and just like listen to that shit for like 3 hours. And it's so important, so I'm glad that I'm pushing myself to do it. But it is so hard to read, and it's so hard to listen to, because like the beginning of the book, I was like, ooh, we get into the history, and I was all for it. But after the first like 30 minutes, it's just straight slavery backflashes. Like a lot of articles being pulled, a lot of interviews. It's a lot. Like, it's a lot. So, Anti-Woman, if you go into that, definitely go into it prepared to have a heavy heart, because it's just hard to read. And yeah, so I'm halfway through that. I'll probably finish it tomorrow. I'm gonna start All About Love, but I just wanted to come on here and update y'all. Child, this vlog gonna be so long because it's just me talking about the books. But it's just like crazy, it's just crazy to hear about. But I really enjoyed it. I have got to get physical copies of these books, because if I ever have sons, and like when I get married, like especially the masculinity book, I just need it. I need all of them. So yeah, I'm excited to start All About Love. But yeah, I just wanted to update y'all. I'm gonna read, do some painting, and just relax. So I will see you guys in the next clip, child.
I don't wanna
Bye.
waste your time, and you don't wanna waste mine. Using words that I can't describe, using words to escape having a hard time loving, but I'll give you my 100. You won't need attention, lover. You and me against them, lover. I'm swimming with wide eyes open, diving into your unknown ocean. We don't need attention, loving. You and me against them. I don't wanna waste your time, and you don't wanna waste mine. Using words that I can't describe, using words to escape mine. How could I ever let go? You know me better than up close. You feel just like home. Carry me home. What are we without mistakes? Yeah. Not gonna lie about our faith. You make me feel whole. Too soon to let go.
Hi. This is a weird angle because I'm still painting, but I just wanted to pop on here and show you guys, because I got so much painting done and I do not want to stop. But I need to cook and I need to clean. I really don't have, it's not like a thorough clean, I just need to tidy up a little bit. But by the time I do that, it'll be time to go to sleep, so it sucks. But I got a lot of painting done, so I wanted to show you guys. Yeah, I'm excited. Look, I got so much done. I painted all the bottom because it seems like all the little microscopic tiny ones are in the top, so I'll focus on that later. So I'm just gonna go here and then left and then slowly shift over. That's what I'm gonna focus on, because it seems like all of the tiny stuff is, you know, in the upper area, so it'll be easier to just like get all of that done, and then I can just like slowly get this done. But it's been so much fun. I've been having a really good time. I've been watching Olivia, and I watched the Real Housewives of Potomac. So yeah, it just has brought me back to my childhood, and I just was having so much fun. So hopefully I'll be able to paint more during the week, but this is where we're at right now. You know, honestly, I was thinking about listening to the audiobook while I was painting, but like I told y'all, it just was like 3 hours of slavery backflashes, so I just wanted to be happy and not reminisce on our history of America. So yeah, I'm glad I did that, because I had such a great time and I got a ton of painting done, and I just feel super happy right now. So I'm just gonna tidy up so I don't have to do it during the week, and get my cooking done, and then get ready for work tomorrow, unfortunately. But today was fun. Today was a good day. But I will see you guys in the next clip. What's up, y'all? Okay, so I'm trying to get this video up for you guys today. I was trying to prolong it because I wanted to finish this painting, and I was also trying to finish All About Love, and it was a book that I really needed to take my time with, because it really is fast to read, but it was saying a lot. So I just wanted to, like, nonfiction books, I really like to take my time and make sure I'm like consuming and reading and ingesting all the words. Like any other like fiction books or whatever, if I get to a point where I'm like flying through it or whatever, I can catch on and understand what's going on, but it's not like I'm like trying to ingest the words. But because this is a nonfiction and it's about love, and like I'm trying to, you know, actually listen to the words and take something from the words, I really was taking my time with this one. But it still was really fast to read. It only took me a couple days, few days. So first, let me show you guys my painting. Look! This is how far I got. I got a lot done. I was really focusing on this side yesterday, and I thought maybe if I did it for a few hours during the week that I would be able to finish it in a week, but it's definitely going to take longer than that. So I just want to take my time with it. It's coming out really beautiful. I'm really enjoying it. But like I said, a lot of like the smaller stuff is all at the top, so it's just gonna take a while to get through, and I've really just been enjoying doing it throughout the day. So my boyfriend got me for Valentine's Day, so he got me 4 gifts. He got me the little cake box. He got me this DVD player, which I'm super excited for, because he got me a SpongeBob box set for my birthday, so I will be binge watching SpongeBob. And he got me the little electric lighter, and he got me something else, but the post office is messing up. They keep, and this is like the second or third time this has happened where we get something mailed to us, and if it doesn't fit in the mailbox, they bring it back to the post office and don't give us like a notice or anything, so we have to like track down the package or whatever. So I don't know if it didn't fit or like what the issue was, but the other one, we gonna get it eventually. But that's what he got me. Super happy. There's that. Now let's talk about all about love. So this one, child, this one, it was less of like her reading everybody to filth. It was more of just like embracing everyone and trying to show people how to be better, love more, their issues with love. Like, she really did cover a lot in this book. There's 13 chapters, and each one starts off with like a quote from like a different book, and I really enjoyed it. But each chapter really focused on different things. Like, there was a chapter about like understanding like childhood love and like what you learn from your childhood, understanding your spirituality and how to connect with that and how to feel more grounded, understanding love and death and grief. So just a lot of things were covered in this book, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm gonna give you guys my 3 favorite quotes. Okay, so this is from chapter 7, Greed, Simply Love. So this quote says, many people want love to function like a drug, giving them an immediate sustenance high. They want to do nothing, just passively receive the good feeling. They do not want to do the work that love demands. When the practice of love invites us to enter a place of potential bliss that is at the same time a place of critical awakening and pain, many of us turn our backs on love. This one, I like this one too. Concurrently, when it comes to the matters of the heart, we are encouraged to treat partners as though they were objects we can pick up, use, and then discard and dispose of at will, with the one criteria being whether or not individualistic desires are satisfied. And that was a call out to me, because I'll replace them. I'll replace them left and right. Like, if you ain't doing something, but I don't know, I just, not too much on that. We're not gonna get too much on that because I want to get this video up. But yeah, some of these were a call out. Some of this was a call out and really made me evaluate some things. So this one is from chapter 8, Community, Loving Communion. It is so easy for all of us to forget the service women give to others in everyday life, the sacrifice that women make. When anyone thinks a woman who serves gives because that's what a mother or a real woman should do, they deny her full humanity and thus fail to see the generosity of her inherent actions. Love that quote, because people just think women are supposed to be more giving, more caring, and more generous, but that's not the case. And if someone is being more generous, more loving, and more caring, then you should acknowledge that and acknowledge their effort. And then the final one, okay, here we go. This is one of my favorite ones. So this is from chapter 10, Romance, Sweet Love. We believe we will meet the girl of our dreams. We believe someday our prince will come. They'll just show up as we imagined they would. We wanted the lover to appear, but most of us are not really clear about what we wanted to do with them, what the love was that we wanted to make, and how we would make it. We are not ready to open our hearts fully. Oh, this is the last one. Okay, this is from chapter 9, Mutuality, the Heart of Love. So this one says, false notions of love teach us that it is a place where we will feel no pain, where we will be in a state of constant bliss. We have to expose the falseness of these beliefs to see and accept the reality that suffering and pain do not end when we begin to love. Like, a word, just a word. I really enjoyed this. I feel like this would be something that would be fun to like buddy read with your partner, or put it as like a night, like a bedside table book, like something that you just slowly read, slowly consume, because there's a lot of gems in this book and I really enjoyed it. I do feel like she touched on spirituality a lot in this book, and I'm someone that is very spiritual as far as like my Baptist background, and I also practice like Buddhism, like meditation and stuff like that, just feeling very grounded in myself so that no matter what happens in life, I still feel whole in self. I'm sorry if you guys can hear that train, but we're gonna get this clip in. So she talked a lot about spirituality in this book. It's peppered in a lot, and it's not really like it's beating you over the head, but if anyone would critique it, I would say maybe if they don't connect with that, maybe they would not agree. But she does talk about different practices. Like, she doesn't just say like, oh, Christianity is the best or whatever. She just saying like you need to have self-spirituality and self-understanding and being grounded in whatever you believe, so that whenever the world and chaos and all the stuff that's going on, losing jobs, losing money, losing friendships, whatever that's happening, you still feel grounded and whole and centered in yourself. Like that was like a really big focus in this book. Overall, I loved it. I'll give it a 4 stars. I think all of the books that I read by her, I'll give it a 4. I think my favorite was like The Men and Masculinity was number 1. I think that was my favorite one, and then this would be second. Feminism for Everyone would be third, and then A Not a Woman would be fourth. One was hard to get through, but overall, I give all of them 4 stars. I really enjoyed reading. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I hope everyone's having a great Black History Month. Let me know something that you're doing to bring joy to your week, or bring joy to your day, or something that you're doing to make sure that you're happy and you feel full of love. Let me know if you've read any of Bell Hooks books. If you guys made it to the end of this video, leave a paintbrush or like a paint canvas or something that has to do with colors or paint in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Always remember, read a book, keep your life interesting, and I will see you next time. Bye.